And it took me a long time to hear it, but I finally heard it. Turn within, turn within, turn within.
What did that? So, from your experience, when you heard "turn within," what was your initial? How? Obviously, I want to say how did you do it, but how did you approach that? When you heard "turn within," what did that mean to you?
Well, I was at a point where I was so exhausted with being in fear and having my body buzzing with every single cell in my body was buzzing with fear, saying, be anywhere but here.
That's me. That's me.
I'm like, I will do anything because I am not the best person that I can be. My inner life sucked. And I know that, I have kids too. And I live with, my wife, and I have 3 kids, and we all live together. There's only one left in the house. But during most of my fear, all of us lived together. And I know that I wasn't the best I could be. I wasn't present at all. So I just said, take me. I quit. I'm done. I surrender, whatever words you want to put on it. And I just collapsed. I literally collapsed into myself and started to experience these outward movements that I was describing to you earlier. All right? This is self-investigation is another term for it. You're turning within and you're understanding the mechanism of your mind and body and being. It's an understanding that you can only know inherently. You can't put this in words. We can point to it all day long, but it's not until you turn within, turn your attention back onto yourself to even know what that means, because most likely you don't. I didn't at the time. I'm like, what does this mean? You just got to jump in there and do it. It's just like exercise. I'm an athlete myself, mountain biker and trail runner and skier and all this. It's just like losing 10 pounds. The first pound or 2 is hard. They're the hardest pounds. Same here. It's the hardest. You're going to go through the most change. It seems like it's going to be the most challenging to stay still for as long as you can. And even if you only stay still for 10 minutes, hey, that's something. Maybe next time will be 11 minutes.
So was it like a practice? Was it like a practice, or was it just more throughout just throughout regular life? Like how did you, I don't know if that makes sense, but how did you approach that?
It's sitting in silence. Sitting in still silence with my eyes closed. And really, that's where you experience your inner workings the most directly. That's when the most work gets done. So yeah, I have... These are my friends.
Okay.
Oh, silence. Silence is actually the greatest language there is. Because silence is whole and complete. It's totally boundless. It's completely free. And so in silence you have the greatest environment of expansion possibility. And it's just going in and checking it out and getting started. That's the hardest hurdle.
So it's a little different than traditional, meditative practices. It's more just sitting and just kind of, you're just there and you're just seeing what comes and not doing anything with it. Just seeing the mechanisms as they're working until something basically recognizes and goes, oh, okay, this is what's happening.
So it's a great question, because there is a massive difference between meditation and self-enquiry. So meditation is when we focus on the objects of our mind, like in mindfulness, right? Where we're trying to do something to calm our mind, right? So we're turning away from ourself onto an object, which is our mind. Or we're doing breath work, turning away from ourselves onto an object. Chanting, you're getting vibrations and sound. These are objects. We are interested in that which is aware of these objects. So it's when you start to realize things like a thought is not aware of itself. I am aware of a thought. Right? Think about that. A thought cannot sit on a table and be aware of itself. It is I, myself, that is aware of it. That is so cool.
You're right. You're right.
Right? So, same thing as an image. Same thing as a memory. What is a thought and an image and a memory? That's what makes up a mind. The mind is not aware of itself. It is I that is aware of my mind. So, same thing goes for a body. So, feelings aren't aware of themselves. Emotions, sensations, which all make up a body, none of these are aware of themselves. It is I who are aware of them.
To whom, but you can feel, it feels like like you said, an arrow that's pointed outward, that you're turning back, but something is trying to push it back out again.
Those are your vasanas.
Vasanas.
That's your will.
It's funny that I can feel that now. Like I can feel that tension, that pull that says, no, don't look there. It's like there's something that is saying, it'll allow these questions to come up, like, okay, to whom do these thoughts come? To whom are these sounds coming? But as soon as it starts to turn and it's about to see something, so to speak, it's like something yanks it, goes, no, you don't want to look there. And then it jumps to some crazy story about what's going to happen 10 minutes from now. And so whatever it takes. I noticed that once I hit last year, when I really got deep into this, is when this ego started using my deepest triggers, which I didn't even realize I had. It will use anything in its arsenal to not go there.
That's right.
So I guess it's just a matter of just keep returning.
Yes.
It's like repetitions at the gym. Just do it enough times and the strength will be there.
Yes. That is, yes. Keep turning. The vasanas will die down. The springs will come home to themselves because they will have relinquished all of their energy. And that effort that, that stops the energy that makes the hand not want to turn within dies down, and you will, as Ramana Maharshi says, it will reveal itself to you. That's his terms. Yourself will reveal itself to itself. And you'll realize that to know yourself is to just be yourself. That you don't leave yourself to grab something out here in the world to bring it back to know yourself. If this is self, you don't leave yourself, come out here, grab something, and then come back to know yourself. You just know yourself by being yourself. That's happiness.